And we're back. Welcome to Death Crimson 2, released a few years later in November 25th, 1999 for the Dreamcast. Again, developed and published by COMMENTATORS Software. By the time this game had come out, their reputation, Death Crimson 1's reputation as the worst game on the Saturn, is rating at the bottom of the rankings, of the reader race rankings. Try saying that 3 times fast. Had been well cemented. Their reputation in the industry. What was that?
I said that 3 times fast. That.
Oh, shut the hell up. So, by this point in time, reputation well established, but they wanted to continue game development. They had managed to sell around like 15,000, 16,000 copies of the original Death Crimson by this point, which was enough. You know, it's obviously not a huge number by any stretch, even for that era, obviously. But it was enough for them to have made a profit off of Death Crimson. And they wanted to sort of leverage that in making this squeakquel here. This is still before Manabe was like selling copies of the game like at the train station, selling copies of Death Crimson, which was a stunt that he legitimately did for a period of time when they re-released the original Death Crimson. Is before the fan meetups and such. But there was some really weird promotion for this game that like IGN even ended up covering, where the protagonist of this game, one Yuri Rosenberg, had an email address that you can send an email to as like part of the press or as a fan, and they would write a personalized response in the voice of Yuri to respond to you. IGN even reported on screenshots of this game, even though there was no chance it was coming out in North America. Even though there was no chance of this game coming out outside of Japan. And, you know, they did eventually, if you know about Death Crimson Ox, or as it's called in Europe, Guncom 2, that is a stripped-down version of this game. We also released as an arcade cabinet, so Death Crimson had an arcade game as well. But all those versions, all those configurations are just stripped-down versions of this game, which is part rail shooter and part survival horror game, and also part visual novel. There is a lot of dialogue in this game. A lot of dialogue in this game, which is why trying to play this untranslated without having the knowledge of the language was basically impossible feat, because like 80% of this game is dialogue, is the truth of things. So, you know, who knows how well that's going to stream? Who knows if we'll have to read every line out loud when there's so many of them to consider? But
yeah, who knows how many funny voices we have within us to
I've
be
got
able to
like
put on
2.
for every character.
I've got just about 2, and that's it. But nonetheless, I am committing to this game. This is something I've been waiting for years to have an opportunity to play, so I'm very excited for this. And one more note before we launch this one, which is I just want to say a sincere fuck you to the people who made Deemol, which is the second worst emulator ever made, right beneath Daphne Singe. I just want to say that whoever designed the way that inputs are read in Deemol can fucking suck me. I had such a pain in the ass of a time trying to get this game fucking working in Deemol, only to realize that it never would, and it never will, because the light gun shit is just completely broken, because it holds down the L and R buttons and breaks all the fucking menus in the game, makes it so all the dialogue gets skipped, just a fucking nightmare. And that's between it misreading these inputs, this mysterious ANL3, analog 3, that it registers every time I try to bind a key with my controller, because it registers the slightest deviation in your fucking controller as being like, input in this direction, input in this direction. So binding anything in that emulator is a fucking nightmare. Anyway, we're playing this in Flycast on RetroArch, and it is a much easier time. And it also fixes the flashing screen stuff, and for whatever reason, they just completely mitigate that in RetroArch, which is something that Flycast will that Deemol does not do, because again, Deemol is a fucking garbage. So, you know, just some show notes for you. Just and maybe I spent 30 minutes to an hour trying to get it up and running fruitlessly in Flycast, just in Deemol, assuming it wasn't going to work in Flycast on RetroArch. But again, this is entirely too much technical talk for the start of this. Let's just get into the game. How about that?
By the way, do you have the info on who translated this?
Yes, this would be the work of one A-Team, or a Derek Pascarella, who runs, I believe the website is dreamcastforever.com. a substantive effort put into this. There was also the credit screen that I accidentally kind of skipped past there that also mentioned some of the other contributors to this project.
It says here that some of the translation itself was done by team members Walnut, Filler, and Wired Crackpot. The names are credited under here in the README.
Good to know.
And there's more names under here for like light gun testing and optimization.
That's all available on
their GitHub.
Yeah, I'm gonna link their GitHub right here now. All right, so translated menus, which is nice. Let's go through some of the things. Mission mode just takes you into the rail shooting sections. I think part of this patch is that you have all the stages in this unlocked straight away in mission mode. Story mode is what we're gonna get into the meat of. Gun settings is for calibration. I already did that, and I think it saved that stuff to the MU. We can check the options here. This is an incredibly fascinating setting here. So, remember how I talked about how eCol would recognize like peripherals that were like criminally underused and like go out of their way to support them? Dreamcast microphone. You can record voice clips to play as the damage sound effects for every one of the characters, every one of the playable characters in the game. So like when they get hit, or when they like get like a kill, you'll hear your own voice or whatever you've chosen to record. That doesn't work in Flycast, unfortunately. The microphone support doesn't work. There might be some way to spoof that, but I don't know how to do that offhand right now. But that is just a really goofy thing they didn't have to do, that no one asked for, but I am so glad is there.
I'm curious, like, how long, like, of a voice clip you're allowed to record for that.
I think it's like a couple seconds tops.
That's a lot. That's a lot for a damage noise. A couple seconds is amazingly long.
This bonus content setting is new with the patch. What they did was they hacked in a sort of like browser page here.
Ooh.
So there's Kunitaka Watanabe playing the theme song to Death Crimson. Here's the intro we played earlier with the subtitles. Note that this video can also be encountered under special circumstances in Death Crimson 2 itself. This game had a licensed or an idol song to accompany it by the idol Momo, also known as Momo Mishita or Michishita, who also voices the protagonist of the game, which is very anime to do that. But what I'm most interested in, what fascinates me, is this fan messages page, which is an archive of their BBS. Now, unfortunately, this is only machine translated because there's so much of this stuff they would have had to sift through. So I guess it's not reasonable to expect that they personally translated each of these messages. Note that this page was included on the original GD-ROM, and thus both its layout and style have been preserved. But we can go through to some of the messages that people left.
Oh, this is a real cool thing.
Hang in there, Echizen. Or hang in there, Echizen is watching from heaven. When I learned about the release of Death Crimson 2, I felt both trembling and fear simultaneously. However, I can't tell if that fear is a fundamental fear in human psychology or reverence for Death Crimson 2. I fervently hope that the great inevitability born from the pure humanity of eCol's stuff will provide me with the right answer. Combat Fujikawa says, when I first saw the screenshots of Death Crimson 2, honestly, I was disappointed. It's because the graphics were beautiful. Will Death Crimson 2 become a common game aimed at sales? Will the good old-fashioned charm of the previous work be lost? I thought so and was disappointed. However, gradually, as the story and game content were revealed, I could clearly feel the essence of Ecole ISM, who created the previous work, and now I think it this way. If Death Crimson gets beautiful graphics, it's truly invincible. In all my years of gaming, there has never been a game that has captivated my heart as much as this. It wouldn't be an exaggeration to say that I am one with the Grim Reaper now. I was so dedicated to the Reaper that I bought Saturn for Death 1 and Dreamcast for Death 2. The Reaper is the greatest game that has given me the most profound emotions in my life. I sincerely hope to experience another great emotion in Death 2, no matter in what form. Ooh, and these keep going. There's hundreds of these. And
would we get in trouble if we watched that Watanabe video?
No, it's just
on here.
Oh, it brought us back to the menu there. Maybe we'll watch that at the end. Maybe that'll be our reward for finishing this game. Is a Kunitaka performance. He will personally serenade us. But I do want to get into the game. I've been waiting so long for this. I'm so glad I have you to experience this with me. I'm so glad we have the folk at home watching.
Yeah.
But I'm glad to have my Charkie with me as I embark on this journey. So many years in the making. 5 years since that Death Crimson article I wrote. Nothing to it but to do it, baby.
Fury Mansion.
Danny's castle.
Oh, never mind. That was my favorite Nick Jr. show as a kid.
Seijiro's back as Commentators doing the narration for this. That's Danny.
This is what wealthy people do.
金持ちなんかなるもんじゃない。それはあんたがよく言ってたことだ。富を失い、再び貧しくなることを恐れ、やりたいこともできなくなるって。
Sold all his gems to buy Twitter and it didn't turn out for him.
It didn't pan out.
己の城の牢獄に閉じ込められる気分はどうだ。エメラルド。
Oh, the animation's here. Oh, that's wonderful. That was a wonderful tween across the room. Oh, forgot to get voice acting for that guy.
暴れな男よ。その苦しみから解放してやろう。さらばだ、ダニー君。
Death Crimson 2, baby. Oh, shit.
察しの通り、かつてコンバット越前と呼ばれた男。
I know, Hachi-san. Your voice is unmistakable.
Mega Driver says, shit, didn't know they translated it too. Yep, this is new.
Thank God for it. This is like 4 or 5 days old. Ay, ay, ay. This is our protagonist, Yuri, by the way. It's really slow down the
pace. Want the cold.
Is anyone gonna get that?
No one's home. Oh, I was right. Oh, never mind.
I don't think we need to read these lines out loud. I know there's only the Japanese voice acting, but... Ooh. Lady looking haggard. Sad to say.
It looks like she could comb her hair with her hair.
I mean, for this guy's bow tie to start spin around in circles.
Yuri は
明日から学校が休みだから帰ってくるとしたら明日ね。ねえグレッグ、もう20年よ。療養所を出て元の生活に戻った。
So I believe this is in the Netherlands. I believe this is the stage that took place around with the university and such in Death Crimson 1. But I believe that was the Netherlands, and that's where we are right now.
This guy looks like he has a TV show on whatever the British equivalent of Fox News would be.
Okay, to be clear what he's saying here, the lady's a psychologist. That this is a psychiatry clinic. There's probably a better way to say that than the line he's going with here. See, there's the confirmation.
What if he was just talking about himself? Timura says these look like earlier beta Sonic 2006 models. Yeah, I totally see it.
These look like Sonic Adventure 2 models.
No, like visual style, like how, not design-wise, rather. I see it.
せっかくだから入ってみるか。
Psychologist. I might as well try it out. What's the worst that could happen? How much for a first visit? $900? Okay.
What the 20 years ago, you set your home on fire and killed your lover?
あれはメラニートの呪いだ。
Well, that's a hell of an excuse. That's a hell of a convenience.
Also, statute of limitations, so, I'm in the clear.
私には説明できない。しかし、メラニー
Wait, so they've been friends for however many years, but this is the first time she's hearing about, like, the arson and murder he committed?
傭兵をやっていたくらいだから破壊的性格は持っていたよ。だが、メラニートは特別だ。
Wait,
He's really masticating those words with
wait,
his
so
mouth
this is
there.
Greg. I just realized this is Greg. This is the other mercenary who...
Oh, yeah.
何が特別なの?
The one who had the books.
Yeah.
メラニートの話は。
Yeah. You're obsessed with his talking animation.
I didn't even make the connection there. Because, Greg was so well defined in Death Crimson 1, so... Bang.
すいません。
どなた?
There are dialogue choices in this game. I need to see a psychiatrist. I'd like something to eat, please. Or walk away.
Just walk into a psychologist's office while she's seeing a patient and just go, I'm hungry. Food, please.
They're not gonna let me have fun, huh? Alright, in that case I want to ask for something to eat. I'm assuming all these will lead to the same path, ultimately, that the illusion of choice here is an illusion, but...
腹が減って一歩も動けないんだ。何か食べるものない？
まあ、お気の毒に。そうそう、朝食のパンがあったわ。
Wow, this lady's really nice.
パン？いかんいかん。
What do you got against bread, dude?
いつもの癖で物を。
Food analogy.
そうじゃないんだ。
あなた、本当は何の用なの?
ここら辺にどっか一泊できる宿屋ないかな。
This is Ko. This is the deuterogonist of the game, by the way.
宿屋だって？
おっさんには聞いてないよ。
Excuse me, you're the one who barged into a therapy session.
そっちの綺麗なおばさんに聞いてるんだ。
All right.
Maybe you do need a psychologist.
それは失礼した。
I think Greg might need a chiropractor too with that.
リリー、今日は帰るとするよ。
さよなら、グレッグ。
おっさん、生きてるかい？
ああ、なんとかな。
Yeah, I burned down my house and killed my family. Anyway, I gotta be seeing you. I'll be, bye.
どうも不思議な青年だ。まるであいつのようだ。
I'm assuming he reminds him of Combat Echizen.
お待たせ。宿屋の話だったわね。この辺りは町外れだから宿屋はないんだけど、うちの霊安室なら空いてるわ。
That is a criminally bad recommendation. And I'll send you there. I'll send you there in a nice comfy bag. Ooh. How about I stay with you? Let's just play this guy like a complete fucking asshole. But that's my early call. Or should he just be hungry all the time? We can go
She
either
should be
way.
hungry all the time. This is the quest for food.
それって食料倉庫のこと？
なかなかいい発想ね。でも考えすぎよ。
どこでもいいけど、死体と一緒にね。
I was like, that's a really weird thing to say, but then I remembered. Oh yeah, the morgue.
冗談よ。じゃあそこでちょっと待っててね。
Some joke, lady. Alright, back to this lady. I think these models and these animations might actually... Oh, what was that? What was that, like, twist of the wrist that she did?
Break this real quick.
Yeah, I think these are all done in Poser.
リリー、 いてくれて。
I don't know. I'm not getting the poser feeling out of this.
I think some of these poses are straight out of the poser library.
ダニーが殺されたんだよ。え、嘘でしょ？
He was down in his favorite prison cell, holding his favorite explosive,
He died as he lived.
あなた人の話
selling gems.
ちょうだい。
うん。
嘘なんかじゃないよ。本当にダニーが殺されたんだ。
Well, you always were a kidder, Martha.
そんなひどいわ。どうして？わからない。警察じゃ事故か自殺だろうって言われたよ。でも例の部屋って近い。
That dungeon of his? I told him buying such a creepy castle was a bad idea. So that was like his favorite place to hang. He bought that deliberately. He was just hanging out there when that guy came to knock on the bars of it. When Zaza reared his head.
したよ。なのにあの人、あの城の中なら安全だと言って。
And sometimes I like to pretend I got caught for like burning down a house and killing my family.
You know, some of my friends have all the luck.
たのよ。
城のたたりじゃないの？
バカなこと言わないで。
Like that was the real curse of the treasures they got. They all actually, you know what? That was the real curse of the treasures they got, wasn't it? Now that I think about it, because he called it a curse. So maybe they all did that.
はいはい。
Ko like clearly knows what's going on here, but everyone's just like blowing him off completely. It's like, that's not how he died. And they're like, yeah, get out of here. We don't want to hear what you have to say.
それでマーサ。警察には言わなかったけどね。例のエメラルドのせいだよきっと。前にも家が荒らされたことがあって、その時に私が預かったんだよ。確かルビーはコウスケが、サファイアはグレッグが持っているはずだね。きっと。
I got bad news for you, lady. You just missed him.
よしてよマーサ。さっきまで彼ここにいたのよ。
Yeah, admitted to a murder too while he was here. It was the damnedest thing.
早くここから逃げた方がいいよ。とにかく私今からグレッグを連れてくるわ。
あれ、ちょっとおばさん。
あんた。
Got anything to eat?
You really go for some of that bread you mentioned.
宿屋を探してるって言ってんだろ？
Dude, not the time.
ここは宿屋なんかじゃないよ本当に。取り込んでるんだから帰っておくれ。
This dude could clear so much up if he just like said like, "Hey, I'm here on behalf of," or "I know Echizen, I know whoever, I have the Crimson with me." He walks out. He's leaving these ladies to hang.
Oh, I didn't assume he had anything to do with the plot other than just like wandering around asking for food and shelter.
No, he was commenting just like, "That's not how Greg died," or "That's not how Danny died."
マーサなの？びっくりするじゃない。
なんだよ。
Damn.
Damn, girl, where'd you find this?
今帰ってきたのかい？
ええ。本当は明日帰ってくる予定だったんだけど、リリーを驚かそうと思ってね。
Oh, that crafty Yuri.
どうしたの？死にそうな顔して。
ダニーが殺されて、グレッグも狙われているんだよ。
Hate to lay it on you, kid, but it's all up to you to save him.
突然何よ？本当なの？でも一体誰が何のために？
I don't know, something about revenge, the fire, no, they weren't making sense.
あの二人がつまらないことをするからこんなことになったんだ。
Just another victim.
二人って誰？つまらないことって？
いいえ、そんなことはもうどうでもいいんだよ。
That's really depressive. I know a psychiatrist I can recommend if you have these feelings of.
グレッグが来たらこれ。
Yeah, like, I mean, also, if you need a bite to eat, I can recommend a psychologist to you too. I keep saying psychologist. Was she a psychologist or a psychiatrist?
Psychiatrist.
Oh, okay.
Yuri obtained Emerald.
何これ？エメラルドじゃないの。
Oh, but she has the ruby already.
同じ形だわ。
So that's two of the gems accounted for.
And, oh, look behind the couch. I just found this sapphire. Huh.
子供の時リリーにもらったのよ。 幸運のお守りだからっていつも身につけてるわよ。
なんてことだろう。ところにいられないよ。
You're bad luck, girl. You're gonna get killed, and I don't want to be part of that.
どうしたのマーサ。さっき言ってた越前康介って誰なの？
私には関係ないからこれ以上聞かないでちょう。
Lady, you came here to tell us about this shit. Tell the poor girl who Echizen is. Fill her in on this shit. You know she's a target. She has the emerald that this creature is looking for. At least that's your theory, and it's a good one. You're right. But like, you're just gonna let this girl die? She has both the emeralds.
待ってよマーサ。マーサったら
I'm trying to figure out what's going on with her hair hat situation. I guess more the hat than anything else. The hat feels like it's
a beret.
Flipping into her head. It is a beret, but it feels like it's...
まさかまさか。
That did not sound like gunshots. Just FYI, Yuri.
Oh, that run animation. That's poser. That is absolutely poser core. Alright, ready for gameplay?
You start with a gun. Oh.
ありゃさっきのおばさん俺に冷たくするからそう。
Oh! Did she get
Did
shot?
he shoot her?
なんだ冗談言ってる場合じゃないぜ。おい大丈夫か？こいつら俺にまで撃ってきやがる。
Alright, now I'm mad.
The House of the Dead 2, okay.
Yep, pretty much. Alright, so I would have the light gun plugged into the second port of the Dreamcast here.
No screen flash.
No screen flash at all in this
period.
version. I think that's a RetroArch thing, because I remember when I did have this
Okay.
running in demo, there was screen flash I had to mitigate. And maybe it's emulating a mouse instead of a light gun here, which is just as well. Whatever gets it so that I can click and shoot rather than having to drag the cursor across the screen with the D-pad or what have you.
This is so House of the Dead 2.
Oh, yeah. Johnny Backett saying, important question, what if any VMU support does this game have? Yeah, it saves all your records, it saves your progress to the story, it saves the voice recordings that you do for the damage sounds. So yeah, full VMU.
No minigames, though,
they
right?
mean like little games on the VMU, don't they?
Yeah. Probably.
There's gotta be something, right? I know there's a little
You played
pop-up
the
window that I disable.
Play the original Deaf Crimson ported to VMU.
That would be something. When did these two, like, get together?
どうしてこんなことに？
Pull yourself together, you're only being shot at.
ユリかい？
そうよマーサ。
Or have been shot.
あいつら。
ダッハウ博物館サファール遺跡。
マーサマーサ。
気の毒に君はこの人の知り合いか？
ええ。さっきまで家に来てたの。
Do you know where I can find some food?
警察に届けるから君。
Or a hotel?
Here, hold this for me.
この銃を？
A gun? Dude! How irresponsible is this man?
こんなもの持ってると俺が疑われるだろう。それにどうも君
Good point, I guess.
もっとも君が使う方が危ないかもしれないが。
Well, maybe you should have thought before you put the gun in her hands. I don't know, dude.
バカにしないで。こう見えても私大
Oh, that's fucking convenient.
I had to put myself on. I had to put myself on mute. I was literally choking, laughing.
Just let it go.
Like,
People love the
she
laughs.
No, I was like choking. Laugh. Like, she's been shot. Listen, I'll go over to the police. You hold on to this for me. A gun.
I'm gonna pin it all on you. Just hang around here for a while. I guess her being an excellent marksman, I guess she genetically inherited that from Echizen.
Yeah.
I guess, by the way, she's Combat Echizen's daughter. I don't know if they've made that obvious yet through the context of the story, but
そりゃいいぜ。
A few. That's weight off of my shoulders.
How are you selecting options? Are you shooting the gun or are you using a controller?
Well, I can just point and shoot at the screen here.
Back when we were actually selecting things, though, you were using a controller.
I was using a controller
right?
for that, yeah. But you could use. I think the Gun Con did have up, down, left, right buttons you could press, so you could use that to go through some of the menu options.
Gun Con this was a Dreamcast, though, right?
Yeah. What's the gun on Dreamcast then?
I don't remember what it's called. I'll find that out.
Whatever it was, it had some amount of buttons on it, but also what you could do was you could like shoot, like some games would have to shoot off screen to select different menu options, and you shoot on screen to confirm it like that. You know, I think that's how some NES games did it, so I think a few different. Johnny Baghead saying that a lot of Dreamcast light guns had D-pad and buttons too, just to confirm that.
It was called the Dreamcast gun. But there was also a Mad Catz one called the Dream Blaster.
Oh! She looks like that lady from the Twilight Zone episode with the doctors. I guess her wearing the medical garb kind of helps with that. That is, unfortunate, I'll say. I think it's the lighting. I think it's the fact that there's creases in the face that the lighting is not hitting or is hitting in weird ways. I think it's just an unflattering.
I closed the window from Wikipedia for the light gun stuff, and that was a legitimate yelp of fear when it just popped up on my screen.
Tim Rod saying her face looks like an emulator bug, even though I'm sure it isn't. I've seen this face before. This is what it looks like. This is as good as it gets. He's unconscious after falling down some stairs. He's in critical condition. Did he fall, or was he pushed? Yeah, pretty stupid question, I guess, ultimately.
Soれじゃあグレッグの意識が戻るまでここで待ってるわ。もうすぐ今日の仕事が終わる時間だからやめて。そうだ、リリーが来てるでしょ。
What's your response gonna be? I don't know who the fuck your mother is. Lady, stop asking questions.
昨日から誰も来ちゃいないさ。
Alright, that's a more fair answer.
She kind of looks like Peter Lorre.
Peter Lorre, you mean?
Peter Lorre, yeah, I'm sorry, Peter Lorre.
はずないわ。グレッグを訪ねてきてるはずよ。うるさいね。来ちゃいないって言ってんだろ。私は忙しいんだ。
Love her bedside manner. People heal up quickly just to get away from her.
邪魔するんじゃないよ。とっとと帰りな。なんて怖い看護婦さんなの？リリー、一体どこへ行ったの？
I'm right here, honey. I was behind the glass over there.
でも、グレッグが誰かに突き落とされたのなら。
Yuri's making like a big assumption here.
まさかね。そうだわ。ダッハウ博物館に行けば何かわかるかもしれない。
Alright, you ready for some more gameplay?
Yeah.
なんだか。
You know what? That passes the turn test for me.
時間が遅いせいか。誰もいないし。
Ah, it's a Dark Soul.
でも頑張って進もう。
Truly, Death Comes In is the Dark Souls of... Alright, so, tank controls. D-pad, movement. Can't leave. If you use the analog stick, I think this is hacked in, the move speed being what it is there.
Oh.
I can't imagine that being the actual thing.
元気出さなくちゃ。
Because, I mean, you have a run button here. This is what the movement speed should look like. But I have to wonder if the analog stuff is like a hack or some consequence of the patch or something added with the patch.
ってこんなに寂しい雰囲気だったかしら。
Why does she just... Are you pressing a button to make her just, pontificate?
Nope. I'm just walking and I'm passing over triggers. This I'm going to interact with, though, by pressing the A button.
書いてあるわ。
Rare Beasts of the World exhibition to be held in 2 weeks.
世界の珍獣って何が来るのかしら。どっちでもあんまり関係ないわね。
Maybe you'll come back here 2 weeks from now. Who's to say?
来週からは世界のニューアート展が始まるのね。このポスターは世界のニューアート展のポスターなんだ。
I'm glad we interrogated that. Surely that won't come up in any capacity. Surely that was just flavor text. and not, like, actually integral to the progression here. I say knowingly.
扉が開かないわ。
Alright, time to go home. Nothing we can do here.
I don't know if that movement was added into this hack because I don't see it brought up in the README file.
Notes. Interesting.
Yeah, they mentioned cheats that were added, but that's not one of them.
I like this, by the way. Someone is standing by the door. Take our word for it. We didn't want to put their model in the environment or anything.
It's you. You're standing by the door.
たいんですが。
あっちにも入り口あるだ
Go.
There's another door over there, says Pat.
向こうは開かないからお願いしているの。
This door's mine.
そこにいると邪魔でしょ。
邪魔とはなんだ。大きなお世話だ。
What a snot-nosed little punk.
今ここにいたいからいるのさ。
Every dude in this world sucks.
やりたいことを
Which I guess is true to life, but you know, it's
それじゃ周りの人が迷惑じゃない。
うるせえんだよ。
Is he the next fight?
God, I hope so.
こんなところに一人で来るなよ。
こんなところって。
That's a really good point she raises. What are you doing alone in a place like this? I'm at a museum, dog. I'm appreciating like arts. Museums aren't really known as like hubs of crime and depravity, you know?
せっかくいい調子で
I'm just saying, you look uncultured.
だいたいこんな何置いてるかわけのわかんねえところに
We're just trying to get in the fucking museum.
Can you call security?
見に来るやつの気が知れねえな。
She seems so down. She seems like genuinely hurt by this. Like it really got under her skin.
I mean, I feel like I would be somewhat upset if I was trying to go to a museum and there's just some snot-nosed kid who just like was trying to tear me down and not let me pass. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Why are you doing this to me?
Oh, thanks, I guess. Admission is free for today's prep. That way we don't have to worry about any economy or buying tickets or anything.
プライベート展示って何をしているのかな。
Also, if it's free to the public, how is it a private exhibition?
Well, it's a private collection, I think.
Okay, there we are.
ここって博物館にしてはいい。
Just commenting on their own inability to populate environments with a lot of like decals and props and stuff. Yeah, it's rather plain, rather barren. At least it's really low on RAM, so at least we're not biting into the overhead at all. Alright, so let's appreciate the museum. I cannot examine this.
Beautiful cat sculpture, though.
何これは。何か落ちてる。
Okay.
ちょっとだけ。
I feel a bit better knowing that someone's vandalized this museum.
Ah, simple pleasures, simple comforts, like knowing that museums have been.
電車の路線図かしら。変な博物館。
You know, anything can be art. Even a train schedule.
の仕方ですって。
Globos?
私には関係ない。
Rock? Legend of the Globos?
You know, those globos have to get there somehow.
今週の展示品ですって。たくさん書かれているけど、どこに展示されているっていうの？
Wait, can you go back to what I called the cat statue?
Yeah, I think people in the chat are saying it's a tanuki. Yeah.
Yeah, I noticed the balls now.
Well, there you go. Oh, keep getting caught on scenery here. Weird, I can't seem to go this way. There's almost like there's an invisible wall in the way or something. I wonder who could have done that.
2階は立ち入り禁止だわ。
Oh!
You ever...
Do you see a friend of ours? An old friend in the background?
Oh, yeah. Do you ever give yourself invisible walls in real life just to prove yourself a challenge? Or give yourself a challenge? You know, I was like, I could go that way, but you know what? I can't.
What if I couldn't,
I just
though?
decided I could. Yeah.
Vroom.
なんだろう、今の音は。他には。
It was me behind you. Vroom.
Who the fuck is this? McNelly, I guess.
You know, I used to work at a museum, at an art museum. I was like just like a coat check, and that was the uniform.
I used to work at a kids museum, and this was the entertainment that went around.
誰なの？
そんなに怖がってくれると嬉しいよ。特別にもっと怖がらせてあげよう。
Oh, you don't have to. That's all right.
Cleo says invisible walls are just depression. Yeah.
Excuse moi? Okay. 8 minutes on the clock.
But I have so much I wanted to visit.
ちょっとだけ元気になる。
Now is
Why does
not
she-
the time.
Why does she keep feeling better every time she notices something fell?
Also, nothing fell off of this one.
夢でも
Yeah.
This is the enemy from Death Crimson 1, the lips.
変なオブジェ。
Alright, so there's still like wide areas where you can examine the stuff. Let's get out of the museum, I guess. If it's gonna blow up in 8 minutes.
扉があるけど開かない。
Okay, maybe not.
扉がある。
And time does
That's not-
tick down while we're in those
Yes.
cutaways, by the way.
世界の珍獣たちのポスターね。とても本当にいるようには思え
It's
ない。
a
He just
Tanuki.
immediately chooses not to believe that the museum is going to blow up in 8 minutes.
体が動かない。
So, this is a mechanic that I've heard about. That during these time segments, you can run into gas that stops you moving for 15 seconds, which literally means you wait for 15 seconds in real time while she stares into the camera before you can do anything.
館内での禁止事項が書いているわ。入り口近くに出すべきよね。
That is incredible.
I love her priorities.
で、デスコスモスはっていう。
Oh, a Death Cosmos. I've always wanted one of those.
さっきから気になっていたんだけど。
I don't know, but I want one.
どうしよう。
Take the quiz. Hot shot.
さっさと片付けちゃおう。
Oh, yes.
Ah,
世界のニューアート展だったはずよ。
See, we were paying attention earlier.
ホラーだった。
She's awful pleased with herself.
ゆっくりしている場合じゃないわね。
is that your continues?
I have no fucking idea. I didn't get any
Well, I
credit
didn't-
for it, so.
Yeah, okay.
2階は2階。
So I know there's supposed to be some like triggers around here that I need to cross over to make progress happen.
Also, a lot of voice acting.
Yeah. I mean, this is an idol. This is her breakout role.
これって電車の路線図。
Alright, I think there's another quiz around here somewhere.
今週たくさん。今週たく。
I also need to trigger that, here we go.
やめて。
お嬢さん自己紹介しておこう。私はマクネリーだ。
よしてよ。あなたになんか用はないわ。
Well, I mean, I'm going to blow up the museum in like 5 minutes, so that is your business.
あなたなんかに関わらないわ。
Spurring his advances.
しかし時計は確実に進んでいる。さっき警告した通りだ。
Alright, thought we sorted that out.
クイズに答えるとデスコスモスが当たる。一体何なのよ。
None of this makes any sense. Yeah, you got that right, sister.
こういう場合どうしようか。
Take the quiz, baby.
楽だから答えてみようっと。
What is the name of this museum? Do you remember this one?
I don't. I think it's the How Museum.
You are correct.
使いよね。当たったわ。クイズに当たるなんてなんか嬉しいわね。
I agree.
Oh, you got some life from that too.
あれ
And yet
And
more
from that.
life.
ちょっとだけ元気になった気がする。
I just love that. That she feels better from seeing litter.
Can't
So I guess
examine
just leave
this.
through the front door, right?
You would
I
think
mean,
so.
that would make sense.
Nada.
Oh, What if that kid's on the other side saying, like, oh, you want it in, now you want out, huh? No, I ain't moving again.
Hell, I already moved once. I already compromised on my ideals once for you.
いい加減にしてよ。
お嬢さん、私もやりたくてこうしているのに。私の飼育しているグロブスが暴れ出したのでね。わかるだろう、お嬢さん。グロブス。
Oh yeah, those globos. You know, you can't live without them.
このまま放置しておくわけにはいかないんだよ。
そんなこと知らないわよ。何？
A good question.
もうすぐ死んでしまうお嬢さんに。
Hopefully his explanation will take up 3 minutes and we'll just stand here for all of it. Hey, same. This is where our paths deviate, sir.
No, I know a lot of people like that.
Good talk. Oh, we can only do the quiz once.
Anyway, go check out my co-host.
会いたくなんかないわ。しつこい人ね。
そうはいかん。お嬢さんだって命が惜しいだろ。
Apparently not, because this lady is not taking this seriously.
少しだけ生き延びるチャンスをあげよう。ここはもうすぐ証明するが裏口の鍵がある。
That's awful nice of him.
それを使って逃げれば裏のダッハウ倉庫に逃げられる。
ダッハウ倉庫って夜中に変な声がすると言われてて。
Lady's really well informed about like rumors around town.
That's what he says.
そんな問題じゃないでしょ。その鍵はどこにあるの？
私は最近物忘れがひどくてね。このホールのどこかに。
Well, we'll have a minute 40 seconds to find it, I guess.
ちょっと。
Give me about a minute and 50 seconds, and I think I can remember. You're right. Every dude in this town sucks.
From the explosion, that is.
I did notice that there's a code to increase all clock down talks.
I don't want to use that.
Countdown clocks reset to 15 minutes.
It also breaks the credits in the game, yeah.
I'm just saying, I now understand why that's a thing.
Four Death Cosmos. How many do we have?
2. We're legit gonna run out of time, aren't we?
I mean, the door is open.
Is this one of those things where you're supposed to get exploded?
No, I don't think so. Be sure to build up your health so you can make it out alive.
You just needed 4.
Anyway, we're good to go.
Okay. Cutting it close.
Yeah.
How much of that was just because we were fucking around so much?
You know, people would usually just read it on screen and they wouldn't wait for the voice acting to play out. But, you know, I was, you know, presentation, you know, it's showmanship. Things are starting to look up. Oh, we just get full health anyway.
Oh. Always about the fucking Globos, man. Jesus.
Globos this, Globos that. I love Globos too much, go marry him.
We're getting out of hand upstairs. They're like trying to raise this crocodile as their own.
That is unfortunate. That really is bad news for us, anyway. I think I'll save the game. Or we could replay the stage if we were so compelled to.
If you hit replay the stage, would it have been from Like the start of the subway, or like from the start of the shooting section previously?
The subway?
Or I assume you're in a subway. Actually, that looked like a subway. Where the fuck are you?
We were in a museum.
No, outside of the museum.
I think it was just the entrance to the museum.
I thought the kid was blocking the entrance to the museum, though.
But that was like the passageway that leads to the museum. You know, like it has like an entrance. That was the door to the exhibit to the main floor, but I would assume that was part of the museum.
I thought you were outside the museum, and then the kid was blocking the way into the museum.
We'll have to wait for Death Crimson 3 to really sort this out. Yeah. They'll get into it. I think I'm soldier level. I could really...
regular size, normal shots. What is the other size shots?
Wide and normal powered, wide and extra powerful. Well, I want to maximize score. Well, actually, you know what? 1 crit for every 6 hits, 1 crit for every 6 hits. Why would I play on the soldier level when the civilian? I'll tell you why. Because I got my pride.
Difficulty. Yeah.
Alright. Let's do it to it.
I usually don't think of, like, variable difficulty in, like, a first-person or a rail shooter being, like, the width of my bullets. Like, more powerful bullets, okay, yeah, maybe I could see that, but...
You know, like, it's like the difference between using a shotgun and a pistol. Alright, it's easier to do chase shots in this. By significant margin, so I can really get that evolution meter up. I also don't think I'm losing points for missing, ever.
Yeah, I'm not noticing anything ever going down.
Yeah, this is much more functional as a rail shooter, as it turns out.
Magic Meow says, I hope this game eventually approaches the level of visual abstraction of the original.
God willing. I'm excited to find out. Alright, we got our first evolution, so we don't have the weapon evolution yet. Or I think our shots maybe are more powerful with the first evolution. Whoa! Sorry, McNelly. You crept up behind me.
I kind of wish it showed you your gun on screen like in the other one, so you could like have more appreciate the evolution.
Yeah. We'll see when it actually evolves, though, because it has not evolved yet.
Oh, okay.
The first meter is just for show, I think, or it might like give you like slightly more damage, but that's the evolution that matters. All right, so if I, or wait, do I not have? Oh, there we go. It's a machine gun. Whoa! I shot that light and it caused a huge explosion. I must have had gasoline in that lamp. Yeah, so if I hold down this shot, you see the energy meter charging down below.
Yeah.
If I release, it will give me machine gun fire, so that is our evolution. And the longer you hold it down for, the more bullets you get out of it. Which is, you know, situationally useful, like for clearing out a crowd on screen, but like for one enemy at a time.
Or for a boss, I guess that would be useful.
Yeah, potentially.
Although it seemed like, at least in the first game, that your evolutions did not carry over into boss fights.
No, but this game is improved. Also, what is the karma and experience meters? I vaguely know what they are, but...
Oh, you're asking the wrong person.
Yeah. I think karma might be like shooting civilians or what have you, if I had to guess. Again, I don't know the ins and outs of the mechanics of this game. That's what this playthrough is for, is to learn all this stuff with you, to share it with the audience. So I'd assume that's what karma is. I think experience, or EXP, that has to be like some sort of measure of like... I don't know. Are there stats in this game? Are we gonna level up?
Here we go. Let's see. Oh. Well, the first Google result that I found that actually mentions the Karma and EXP meters is a website called badgamehalloffame.com
Did I answer it?
/crimson.
Did I answer it in the article? Did I answer my own question already?
Let me look it up.
That's really funny that I am absolutely, unequivocally the only person talking about this fucking game.
It just says additional elements including karma and EXP meters in addition to carrying over the evolution meter serve to add more depth and progression to the shooting experience.
That's me talking out my ass. That's great. Alright, these screens are getting more populated. This is getting a little tougher. In a good way. It's not unfair. And having this machine gun definitely helps.
I found a FAQ for the game, and they do not mention XPR karma. Okay.
Great. I think I'm losing experience when the shots are whiffing. So maybe I don't want to use the full auto because even though I'm not losing meter or evolution meter, I think I am losing experience for it. For whatever the fuck that's worth.
I never like it. This is a pedantic thing more than anything else. But I never like it when games have a system where you can lose experience.
Yeah.
Because even if you fuck up, that's an experience.
You learn from your mistakes.
Yeah, I learned not to do that again. It's not like if I go to a shooting range and I miss, that I have somehow lost the knowledge on shooting a gun.
You know, I think those orbs I got from that crate, I think that increased my experience. So clearly there are power-ups here, or like ways to increase experience beyond just the... Oh my god, those attacks from afar are a little much. But I have 15 credits that I've picked up from leveling up my weapon, so...
You actually had 16 credits a moment ago, now you have 14 credits.
Okay, this is definitely getting, like, legitimately tricky, but I mean, again, mercifully, I have so many lives to spare here.
What is your reload?
Right-click. But sometimes it doesn't work, which is definitely an emulation thing. I think I have to hold it down instead of just tapping it the way that I tap it. Let's try it like this. I'm just gonna try, like, short controlled bursts with the evolved
I noticed
weapon.
that it seems like you're losing credits even when your life bar hasn't all emptied out all the way.
No, I think there's attacks that are just doing lots of damage. I think they're stacking on top of each other. I don't think you have any invulnerability after getting... I don't think you're like hit stunned or... Not hit stunned, that's not the right word. Like, you don't have a recovery period. It's just immediately you're open to more damage. Look at this!
Yeah. It does seem, though, that, like, when you were selecting your difficulty, it said 1 credit equals 6 hits. So I would have thought that, you know, each hit is an equal amount of damage.
Yeah, there's definitely some sort of scaling thing there, where they're rewarding and also punishing, or I don't know.
You need to get Pascarella in here.
Go to hell! Well, that's an unfortunate sound effect. Fuck this, I'm just gonna charge my energy meter.
Oh, right, that was something that, when I was looking into this, I saw a post from, I have to assume this was, David Pascarella. Is it Dave? No, Derek, I'm sorry. Derek Pascarella posting this, saying that, all of the game's text is stored directly in the executable itself.
Ooh.
Which is probably what made, you know, doing a translation hack easier.
I am not hurting these
more
dudes at all.
manageable.
I'm not able to stop their attacks at all. I'm just gonna keep going for the fully charged, I guess. And oh, there we go. Oh my god, more of them? Have mercy on me, please.
Actually, I'll read this. And this is from... I'm sorry.
We have a few
Sorry, go on.
comments in chat. Is that what you're going to read? Because I think the people maybe have answers to our questions.
Oh. No, I'll go back to that then. Let's see. Okay, Video Game King said I'm reading a Japanese description of the karma system. I still don't know what it does or how it works, but then said, according to Death Crimson 2 manual, the karma builds up slowly over multiple playthroughs and unlocks new levels in the mission mode.
Well, this patch already unlocks all the content in mission mode off the bat, so that's going to be useless to us.
But they were posting about the making of the hack itself, and this is from December last year when they were still like working on it. I said, all the game's text is stored directly next to yourself. My tools essentially just move everything around and adjust all the pointers so that I can fit as much English text as I need. Furthermore, I'll be taking advantage of the game's katakana and hiragana fonts that are always present in RAM to store additional text that doesn't fit in the executable. This is a very fortunate circumstance as I no longer need either of those font sheets, and they afford me over 12K in extra space. So
I think it's boss time. I don't know what his weak point is. Something's flashing. I'm just gonna go for fully charged shots every time. I think that's the most efficient way to do this. I could be wrong, but we certainly have enough credits to fuck around and find out.
I think his weak spot is just very specific.
I thought it would be like the purple. That would be like the exposed
no,
like flesh or whatever.
It's just his. Oh. It's just the top of his head, the top segment.
Well, we got it. Ultimately, result list. Clayody asking, is Death Crimson Oxus Mission Mode Plus? Yeah, it's just all the rail shooter levels, I think, with like minimal cutscenes in between them.
That one was released in America, right?
That was released in Europe as Guncom 2.
Okay.
I
always confuse Europe and America.
Yeah, no, it's a very easy mistake to make. Hello, Lizstar. Yes, we are playing Death Crimson 2! We just played the original Death Crimson, now we're rolling into this, because I've been waiting so long to play this. Oh, great, it's this fucking brat again. I wish this museum would have blown up and taken him with it.
Yeah, I was just standing with my back to this door as I always am, and then it blew up and threw me across the room. I figured it was your fault.
Kid! Alright, then I'm gonna shoot you. How about that? How about I pull out this gun?
Yeah, I was about to say. Don't exchange pleasantries with him at this point. Fuck him.
It's a real Rumpelstiltskin situation here. It's a real... Or what's the one where like you have to say the name of the guy with the get the golden thread? What am I fucking talking about? Do you know what I'm talking about?
No, the gold. You have to figure out Rumpelstiltskin's name to make him go away. That's the thing. If you say his name backwards, that's Mr. Mixelplick.
Okay, yes, that's right. Yeah, I'm sure Pat would provide a glowing recommendation. He's the one I really want to interface with my potential bosses in the future, for sure. But if you happen to have any food or a place to stay... Oh, ice burn. Yuri got him. Okay. You know, I honestly think that learning how to fly is easier because you don't gotta worry about like traffic or like cars like come to hit you. You just kind of have like the whole air, the open sky to yourself for the most part. There's probably some logic to that, right?
I mean...
Well, as Pat says, and that kind of thinking is what gets the amateurs in trouble. So it shows what I know. You ever seen that Tom Hanks movie where the guy just lives at the airport because he can't get back to his home country? Yeah, that's kind of the situation I'm dealing with right now at the Lewis airports.
You see all those like windows off to the side there?
Yeah.
Those look like ticket booths to me, which made me think subway station.
Yeah, but there's also like an open sky, I think.
A subway, train station, whatever. It didn't read like an indoor environment to me. Or like the inside of a museum.
Oh, I guess that was, I guess he's gone. I guess Pat's gone now. Can I go back in?
There's someone standing here.
I'll just have to take the game's word for it. Wait, did they misspell museum with an I? And whoa!
Whoa! It got self-aware, got self-conscious about you pointing that out.
I can just take 2 steps backwards, and it has to
M-U-S-I-U-M.
There you go.
You know, the bit about the game storing all the text in the executable. See, this looks like a train station. Anyway.
Oh, I accidentally cut off his voice acting, sorry. I thought he was finished talking. See, he has some weird pauses in his speech that throw me off.
That's all I know. Anyway, bye.
Yeah, they do experiments on flying squirrels. It's kind of fucked up.
Yeah, apparently they charge 3,000 times more for insulin than it costs to make. That's fucked up, isn't it? We should do something about that.
Well, I got
this game
gun
gets just
here.
like this game gets extremely based out of nowhere.
Do you think they're trying to build Echizen back up as being like big and intimidating again? Do you think they're trying to bring that thread back despite his voice acting?
I mean, we heard his voice at the start. So...
Oh no, Zaza.
Okay.
Wait, so that guy was like a whole like demon thing. He was like a monster, and he's just like, yeah, he was built like a brick house. No, he was built like a monster.
A demonic brick house. Also, isn't Zaza like a weed term?
It might very well be. Jazz cigarettes, that wacky tobacco. Johnny Backett saying, Cass, does this song sound a lot like that song from RE1 in the underground, the water area, maybe? I think I know what song you're talking about. Maybe, like, very, like, nominally. Dude, I just mowed down an entire army of monsters, and you didn't hear shit. I just saved this museum from blowing up. Bite me.
It seems to operate like any other company, but there must be more to it considering all the monsters I just fought.
Nah, I doubt it. I don't think you're very capable, Yuri, I'm sad to say.
A bit I want to bring up.
Please.
I was trying to say earlier, and I want to give the team who translated this a lot of credit for this, was they said that all the text was stored in the executable, which made this like much more feasible to translate. A game that got translated last year that also had all the text in the executable was Welcome Home, which was a PlayStation 1 survival comedy game, I could say. It looked like Alone in the Dark, but it was more of a comedy thing.
Yeah.
That game got translated because someone saw like, oh, all the text is in the executable. I'll just run all of this text translation through ChatGPT and then put that in the game. It is a dog shit translation because of it. It like barely makes any sense. There are parts of it that are just broken, but unfortunately now that it's sitting there as translated, it's people are probably not going to go back and make an actual correct version of it. So kudos to actually doing the work.
Yes, novel concept in this day and age. We're at the SMO building, by the way, and I'm SMHing.
I think it's called Welcome House, actually. I might have said Welcome Home. It's called Welcome House.
Yes. All right. Who is the NPC? Who are we going to see? Who's going to be on the other side of this conversation? It's everything I could hope for.
His eyebrows going every time he talks, like, eh.
Where is he? I want to talk to him more.
His facial hair kind of looked like... I want to wait until I see him again.
How we're seeing this
Where did you
again.
come from?
Yeah, 俺はフリーのカメラマンで柳こう。ここに出店している一人さ。
そう。私はユリ・ローゼンバーグよ。そうだ。警察ではなんて
Oh yeah, remember our friend who died? You gave me this gun? I've been holding on to it for you. I got some use out of it. It's actually very practical, very handy. Hell of a time to bring back the dialogue prompts. I want to go with this.
あいつら俺が犯人に違いないって捕まえて離さないんだぜ。
それでどうやって解放してもらったの
Well, luckily I have the second gun, so I started blasting on him.
犯人の特徴を言ってそいつを捕まえろって言ったのさ。
Yeah, I said you look like a giant monster with like a bunch of like armor on and stuff, and they believe me.
メッサのこと話したのね。
Said the killer was there's actually this girl wearing like a maroon outfit, a
Weird
beret.
beret.
She was carrying this gun that had crimson written on it.
じゃあ他にどんな特徴を話したの
We haven't seen the gun, have we?
太めの男で
Not in this game, at least.
をしたやつだったって。
それってひどいわ。
心配すんなよ。17歳ぐらいで身長2メートル以上の大男だって言っといたから。
So great, just muddy the waters completely.
ここの警察は全く役立たずだぜ。
I'll fucking drink to that, cow. Yeah, here we go.
Right.
Unscrew this fucking mason jar and my moonshine. Yep, that's moonshine.
I'm fully aware of what I'm doing. Can you
It's not even
see?
the good moonshine. It's only 20%.
That's a coconut berry Red Bull. My last one, unfortunately. I haven't seen one in stores in months.
そうだ。こうって越前康介って人には関係ないの
康介なんてのは知らないな。君の逃げられた恋人か何かかい？
失礼ね、あなたって。
まあ。
Yeah, why don't you go hang out in front of a museum, you asshole?
Ask Mark. Who the fuck is Mark?
あちこち出かけてるから康介ってやつの。
That other guy we're talking to, like
I guess so.
Sunglasses Man.
うろつきマックなのね。
まあな。
どうして物知りマックって言われないのかしら。
Wow, anti-lurker culture here. Posters only in this fucking game.
本人に聞けよ。
I used to resent all the anti-lurker stuff when I was a kid on forums, but I could never like confront anyone about it because that would require posting.
Oh, I accidentally skipped past the first. God
Okay,
damn it.
Mark's facial hair looks like he was so worried about getting accidentally getting a Hitler stash that he grew out his facial hair to be everything that was
Except
the exact
yeah.
opposite of it.
I mean, that's one way to get around it, I guess.
そうですね。他に何か
それだけだよ。
Wow, he really is a lurker. He really is useless.
越前って人知りませんか
おう、そこはカニがうまいところだよ。
人なんですが。
Yeah, I know. That's what I meant.
だからカニじゃなくって人なんです。
なんだ
Oh my god, this guy is beyond useless.
どうも失礼しました。
カニの話はもういいのか？
ええ、もう十分です。物知りマックじゃないわけでよくわかったわ。
俺もサファールには行ったことがあるんだぜ。
Where do you come from? Well, that's handy. That's convenient again.
そこには何があるの？
遺跡
Crabs.
からかってるのね。
けどそれしか知らない。中まで入ってないからな。
そうなの。中に何か
I guess we're taking a field trip.
あの辺りは化け物が出るって噂だ。
化け物？そこにも？
どうした？
I've never seen a monster before.
いえ、なんでもないわ。
Wait, didn't Ko also see monsters earlier? Are we just like no-selling the fact that monsters have been around? That we've been fighting them this whole time? Are we just gonna not acknowledge it to anyone?
Yeah, remember, she said of her time in the warehouse room, I ran into some SMO goons.
Huh.
That's all she said about that.
君の周りは危険区域のようだからな。
ええ、でも。
君の家は知っているし、必要になったら取りに行くさ。
That sounds like a threat, dude. That's not the way you want to phrase that. I know where you live. If I need to come back that badly, I'll just come and get it. Like that's a horrible read of that.
いけない。リリーを探さなきゃ。
リリー？
いや、じゃあ。
おい君。
Are we going into the gameplay now, or is this going to be more visual novel?
あれから2日も経つ。
Well, I guess that answers that question.
リリーは一体どうしたんだろう。どなたですか？
Dominoes.
俺だよ。
Oh no, never mind.
I want the gun.
あなた。私に何か用？
Hey, how do you know where she lives?
I mean, that's a very good question. We could also say we're here for the gun. It turns out I actually do need it. Turns out I'm gonna have to take that back from you.
ああ、銃を取りに来たんだ。
ということは、何か銃を必要とすることが起きたのね。
まあな、銃でなくともいいんだが。
どういうこと？
いや何？銃は生活の手段だ。
This man talks in riddles.
え、あなたガンマンだったの？
ああ、俺は100人うちの西部のお尋ね者じゃねえよ。
I don't think revolvers were that big.
Yeah, no, I'm 100-shot outlaws. I've never heard that expression before. 100-shot outlaw?
困ったことがあるんだろ？相談に乗るぜ。
あなたカメラマンでしょ？
Yeah, I could do some some headshots for you. Really tasteful stuff.
今は
Christmas photos.
の方が面白そうだからな。しかし、この家では何があったんだ？
その前にあなたのことを詳しく教えてもらいたいわ。
Don't tell me you're interested in him, Yuri.
俺は柳子、21歳。フリーのカメラマンで世界中を旅している。この年にしちゃ結構稼いでるが、博打ですってここんとこ金回りが悪いって。
That parses.
I keep getting kicked out of the casinos because I'm taking photos of the cards.
あなた、リリーを知ってるの？
そうか。じゃあ俺が最初にこの家を訪ねてきた時が。
Yeah, I'm getting the fuck out of here. Everyone keeps getting hurt around here. Seems dangerous. Anyway, bye.
どうも越前康介も含めてみんな友人関係のようだな。
でも、越前って名はリリーにもグレッグからも聞いたことがないわ。
それは大人になると愛憎ドロドロした関係があって。
I mean, sure, I guess. I don't know what that has to do with the situation, but I mean, good insights, I guess.
君のように固くて融通の利かない子には言えない話もあるってものだよ。
Young, naive, dipshit, stupid ass daughter.
Horrible fashion sense. Terrible with a gun. Oh, sorry, you're right there.
Wanted for murder.
分別臭くて まるで私の父親のような口の利き方をするのね。
いや、それは断念した。
You're 21, dude.
And I think she's 19. So there's like not really an age gap here. I think this game is supposed to take place 19 years after the events of Death Crimson, and that Yuri was born like immediately following those events. So I think she is 19, 18 at the youngest.
いいんだ、気にするな。
それに会ったばかりのあなた
Game takes place in
わかるのかしら。
15.
2015?
Yes. I can read you like a book. What do we go with here? What would Ko say in the situation?
What was the prompt again?
Her asking basically like, so you think you can read me, huh? You think you know my personality having just met a couple times? Too bad we can't just walk away from this conversation like we could earlier.
I feel like he would be more like, listen, do you know a place I can sleep? I'm hungry.
I'm just gonna go with
そうなの？
確かに会ったばかりじゃな。
No, nothing to say. Bad dialogue choices. Sorry.
私の勝ちね。
Oh, she's awful proud of herself.
だが、俺たちもうすでに3度も会った深い。
How it goes.
ちょっと顔合わせただけじゃない。
しかし君はこうやって俺を君一人しかいない部屋に引き入れている。
Shut the fuck up, dude.
あなた
She still has the gun, you know.
犯罪者は皆そういう。
This guy is red flags, the guy. Like, honestly.
ひどい。
とまあ、君にはそういう。
Maybe this dialogue was more playful before it was translated. Maybe some of that nuance got lost, but somehow I doubt it.
さらに、君のその危ない性格に対して注意をしてやってるんだぜ。
何よ偉そうに。
それに、当分この家に厄介になることにするさ。
Yeah, I locked the door. I locked us both in here, so we're kind of stuck here for a little while, huh? Funny how that works out. Funny how that happens.
まさかあなたと2人だけでここに？
俺は疲れてるからちょっと休むが、明日そのグレッグに会いに行くか。もう意識を回復しているかもしれないぜ。
Thank God it saves after every cutscene, after every dialogue exchange.
グレッグの意識は戻ったんですか？
I hope we can see that nurse again.
回復。
Yeah! My prayers have been answered.
じゃあ会えるんですね。会ってもいいけど一つ言っておくことがあるよ。
Every time she shows up, I feel like she hasn't loaded in all the way yet.
We'll wait for those textures. Give another minute or two.
そんなにひどいんですか？黙って人の話を聞き。ごめんなさい。
Yuri, you don't have to take it from this bitch, honestly.
あの人、新しい記憶をなくしてるよ。新しい記憶って。
Shut up!
もっと長くかもしれない。わかりました。どっちにしろまだ動かせないから気をつけるんだよ。いいね。グレッグ、よかったわね。意識が戻って。
あんた誰だ？はて、見覚え。
It's a good thing to let him keep his clothes on while he's resting up in the hospital. They didn't have to put him in gowns or anything. It's very convenient for the modelers. I mean, for him, you know, just to be comfortable in his own clothes. You see?
やだグレッグ。
That's all tattooed on.
覚えていないの？ユリよ。
おーの。ユリはまだほんの子供だ。
あなた、記憶をなくしたのよ。
いつの間にそんな大きくなったんだ。
It was yesterday. You don't remember yesterday?
そのリリーが行方不明なの。殺されたかもしれないわ。
You're taking it awfully well, Yuri. If that's your assumption, if that's like the assumption you're operating under right now, you're doing pretty well about it.
何？リリーが？
あなただって突き落とされたんでしょ？相手は誰だか覚えていない？
私が。
Oh, I remember that.
わからん。思い出せん。
グレッグ、越前康介って知ってる？
Oh, you're here too?
越前。 それじゃああんたは越前の息子で私の知り合いかね。
そうじゃなくて、この人は。
Oh, here we go. I want to go with question marks first, obviously.
本当はこの人柳こうと言って私の知り合いなの。
そうか。知らん。
Wow, what a boring answer. That was.
あれは3年前。
Okay, well, obviously we gotta. He's your lover.
Yeah.
やっぱり忘れたのね。恋人よ。
Coxbacks in store soon. That's.
私のってこんな若い子が。誤解せんでくれ。確かに理事長は。
Well, he's really just rolling with it. Good for him. Very progressive.
じゃが私はそういう気持ちは全くなんだ。
やだ、何慌ててるの？
I know you're suffering memory loss, but I thought I'd play with you a little bit. I know my mom is potentially dead, but I thought I'd take a time to tell a little joke.
I would rather she turn to Ko and go like, "You better play with this." Remember, memory loss. We gotta.
All right, I want to see all
Someone
these.
else altogether.
Someone else together from what? Oh yeah, from being Etchy's son.
全然知らない。
じゃあなぜ
That would have been more appropriate for question mark, question mark, question mark.
勝手にやってきて、ずうずうしく人の家に居座るの。
I mean, this is accurate.
なんて男だ。
Good
I
advice.
agree.
ここの警察は頼りにならない。
君は出て行きたまえ。
言ってくれるね。
Oh, maybe that was the right choice.
2回も自己紹介してるんだぜ。
どうなっとるんだ。
すっきりしたわ。
Little prankster.
本当はこの人嫌な。
All right, now I gotta see the rest of these.
この人
Let's put him on the spot.
恋人なの。
君って気が早いな。
そうか。ユリにも恋人ができたのか。
嘘ですよだ。誰も否定してくれないと困っちゃうじゃない。本当は。
Anyway, he's your lover.
Yeah. All right, let's see this last one.
リリーの恋人らしいわ。
おい、バラすなよ。
何？本当か。
Oh!
想像に取られるとは。
Wait, so they're dating. So the guy who burnt his house down and killed his wife 19 years ago is now dating our protagonist's mom. That's a good matchup right there. I feel safe with this guy around.
やっぱりグレッグったらリリーのことが好きだったのね。
Oh no, he was smitten, I guess.
おう、じゃあ譲ってやるよ。
なんと不埒なやつだ。リリーの気持ち。
Just love the way he talks.
でもグレッグの本心が分かってよかったわ。
That's the takeaway? Sure, why not?
本当は
We'll just go with
こう
this.
と言って私の知り合いなの。
そうか。知らんで当然だな。あれは3年前。いや、10年前。
Yeah, time flies when you're having fun, you know?
昨日のことだったかな。
Maybe it was tomorrow.
昨日は怖い看護婦とトランプをしたな。にゃ、トランプをした
Nya.
ダニーだったかな。
いつでもいいからそこで何があったんだ。
越前とダニーと私は戦場にいたが、道に迷って。
Oh, we're getting the Death Crimson 1 recap.
まず越前が赤い石の扉に入ってな。越前のやつ、赤が好きだったな。
His favorite color, stone.
私も赤が好きだったんだがな。
なことはどっちでもいいだろう。
Good point, Ko.
私たちはそれぞれあるものを持ち帰った。
Mostly trauma.
お前になんか教えてやらん。
おいおっさん。
ユリにだけこそっと教えてやる。実はな。
たく。
Yeah, fuck it, you only live once.
分かったわ、グレッグ。
All right, bye, Ko.
帰国してからはみんな別の道を歩んだんだ。どういうわけか3人とも自分の選んだ道でそれなりの成功を収めた。
Etchison became a doctor, I became a curator, and Danny blew up. So he achieved success in his own way.
越前は医者になり、ダニーは事業で成功し、私はポルベニール大学で教授になった。そしてあの出来事。
I like this pose for him.
Yeah.
He's either holding in a yawn or he's shocked.
家に火をつけた話ね。
家に火ね。
Wait, were you supposed to be outside of the room, you idiot?
サファールで別れて10年後。
I think Greg's actually did say, like, you know what, never mind. I'll say it.
KOT 症候群という恐ろしい病が流行し、あちらこちらに得体の知れぬ魔物が現れた。越前と私の研究により、ムササビの血清が有効だと分かって KOT は。
Told you the flying squirrels were important. Also, he has the timeline wrong, which I guess you could attribute to his memory loss. But the... Wait, no, actually he's right, because 86 is when they find the Crimson, then 10 years later is 1996 when the first game takes place, and then this is 2015. Okay, yeah, no, so he actually is right on. Alright, I just had to do the math in my head for a second there.
しかし、越前のやつ、KOT の病原菌をまいた奴らを倒すために、クリムゾンという銃を持ってサファールに向かった。それ以来、越前がどこに行ったか知らん。
Wait, is the gun that you have now the Crimson, or do you just have a gun?
越前にしか使えない進化をするという。
I mean, it does evolve.
Yes, I would have to believe that we're using
なんと
Crimson.
か敵は倒したらしいが、精神のバランスを保てなくなったと言っておった。
Oh, these are new wrinkles in the plot. This is new to me.
This is starting to annoy me a little bit. I'm getting a little angry
クリムゾンが襲われ
after do all the shooting.
危険な銃だから私に始末してくれと書いておった。
So naturally, I passed it on to the next person in line.
強靭。
That man over there, who I don't know.
越前も危ない男だな。
でも越前はどうして自分で始末しなかったの？
Well, have you ever read Lord of the Ring? Have you ever heard of the One Ring and Frodo and Gollum and...
あの銃には命があるらしい。越前がそう言っておった。
それで銃は破壊したの？
Oh, heavens no.
いいや、隠した。
どこに？
大学の私の部屋だったかな。
部屋のどこに？
そうだ。ダニーにもらった変な金庫の中だ。
So wait, do we have the gun or not? Because the gun evolved.
Yes, that's what I was getting at. Like, I couldn't tell if he had the gun because your gun was evolving, but they're acting like...
だったな。
大学ってもうあんたの部屋。
Wouldn't Ko know that he had the Crimson?
こう見えてもグレッグは偉いの。
Yeah, and the Crimson like doesn't just look like a normal gun. I mean, sometimes it does, depending on the cutscene, but you know.
若くしてすごい業績を出したから、グレッグの部屋だけ永久保存されているの。
へえ、ご大層なこった。
グレッグ、このエメラルドのこと知ってる？
エメラルド？それはダニーが持って行ったやつだ。
あのね、グレッグ。
Amongst others, right? Because he took a bunch of gems,
That's
right?
true. A lot of jewels that he sold.
なんだと？ダニーが。
だからあなたも突き落とされて。それにリディも消息がわからないし。
私が探しに。いた。
Great acting there. Voice actor really sold that pain.
おっさん無理すんなよ。俺が何とかしてやるよ。
やだ、私も行く。
Dude, you're really gonna slow us down. And
行くったってあんたこの体じゃ足で待って。
Yeah, there you go.
ひどいこと言わないでよ。
Yuri, don't let this dude come along.
Yuri.
行くと言ったら行くんだ。
看護婦呼んできて注射。
注射？わかった。いかん。
Wow, we really discouraged this old man.
クリムゾンを
I mean, I could go for some morphine right now.
そっちの若い男になら使えるはずじゃ。
どうして私たちなら？
知らん。
So we just have like a normal evolving gun. One of those standard evolving guns.
ええ、また来るわね、グレッグ。
リリー、ダニーもなんで私を置いて。
Oh my god.
あいつは死んでもいい。
Martha, I never really cared for her. She's dead, that's alright. You know, ambivalent. You know, yeah, take it or leave it.
What was Martha's relation to anyone again?
I think she was Craig's wife. I think like Greg didn't actually care about his wife at all and was just concerned about Lily more than anything. Oh, I like this camera. Really show off the animation here.
So I just want to ask, how long do you want to keep going tonight? Considering this episode is being split into two.
That's a good point.
わざとらしいなこの赤い
How about we play to the next save?
Okay.
そういえばグレッグったら本当は赤が好きだって言ってたわね。
単純なおっさんのやりそうなことだぜそれにしてもなんかわけわかんない文字が並んだ本だな。
これサファール語の辞書だわ。グレッ
So
グ専門なの。
Safari, I'm trying to remember, is I think it's Greek because I think it's supposed to be Saronica and as a stand-in for Thessaloniki or how it's
Wasn't the
pronounced.
Safari thing supposed to be the place where the temple was?
Maybe.
役に立つわ。
他に手が
It's hard because the first game so doesn't like explain anything that's happening in it outside of the intro cutscene and the manual.
I think, if I remember correctly, when he was talking earlier about like the backstory stuff, he was talking about Safari or wherever being where they found the crimson and the jewels in the books.
Okay.
So he was probably translating like those artifacts.
The computer is password protected. We can probably guess. Password's probably Lily. Honestly.
Video Game King asked, do you think VNDB would be pissed if I tried to add this to their database?
Only one way to find out.
Yeah, go for it.
Tell them Bad Game Hall of Fame sent you. It's just a bookcase. Can I push it? It feels like I should be able to push this. I'm gonna guess no for the fact the camera does not like me going anywhere in this corner of the room.
No.
Can't open that door. I feel like I've
find the
exhausted
quiz.
everything. Yeah.
You know, when you did the quiz stuff earlier, I thought it was going to be quizzing you about the first game.
That would have been great, and I would have had all the answers. But, alas.
I'm not even sure what questions you could pose about the first game, like in terms of...
What are the names of the enemies with the big lips? And the name would just be Lips, I think. Now, this song sounds like the Final Fantasy VII Slums music.
It does, yeah. Yeah, camera.
It's trying real hard to keep up with me. I feel like I've examined everything there is to examine here.
I want to circle back to something. The Globos, were those pill bugs?
Maybe?
Because the guy kept going on about the Globos, like, acting up. And, like, that's the only thing where we saw that wasn't, like, dude-shaped.
Yeah, I think you might be right then. I think those must have been the Globos. I cannot
この本だな。
Oh, wait.
なんだか簡単に動きそう
I
な。
was just mashing the A button and I finally found a spot.
おーこりゃ面白いや。
やめなさいよ。倒れたら大変よ。
そりゃ
I like Ko's attitude now.
Listen, if it all falls apart, then she's gonna get some life out of it.
もう乱暴な人ね。
I love how he held his pose after he knocked it over.
見ろよ、こんなところにメモがある。
A note where? Was it underneath the bookcase? What are you talking about?
Please do not knock this over. Thank you.
1、整理整頓。2、段ボール箱は動かすな。3、発症したら結成を。4、右に909、左に101。
Okay, can you make note of that, I guess?
I have made note of that.
ふーん。段ボール箱に何かあるのか。
No, it said not to check the boxes, you doofus. It straight up said, don't move the boxes.
Don't
right?
move the boxes. Yeah. Because 1, organize. 2, don't move boxes. 3, use serum. And then something with numbers.
何も入ってないわ。
くそ そうあのおっさん紛らわしいことするぜ。
でも数字は金庫の番号だと思わない？
What makes you think that?
ダニーからもらった金庫を理事長にやったって言ってたな。
Yeah, what would make you think that? Because it said turn right. Well, okay, maybe the numbers, because 909 is like safes generally don't go up to 1,000.
この本は何だろう？
どれどれ。世界の民話第7集。民話を読むのが研究とは気楽なもんだな。
ちょっと見て、ここだけ折り目がついてるわ。
Yeah, it's called bookmarking.
どれどれ。メラニート伝説。
メラニート伝説はサファール地方に伝わる悲劇である。結構この本はボロボロですぐ破れてしまいそう。そこのグレッグの机
It's like
で
it's been in a fire too.
メラニート伝説は
Alright, now we're gonna read this whole book out loud, page by
As I
page.
said 1 second ago.
読んでみるわね。500年前、サファール地方にはエメラルド、ルビーなどが取れるエルミデ鉱山があった。サファールの王はその財力を生かして国を富ませ、そのエルミデ鉱
Oh, I thought she was done talking
利
again.
用交渉でできており、
And that's the problem with not knowing the language.
発掘には多くの犠牲者を出した。サファール王が美しい娘のメラニートを連れて鉱山を視察中。
The Melanito said
Doesn't
there's
seem
gold
like
in
it.
them dar mines.
Doesn't sound like king and princessly behavior to just go down to the mines and look around.
And look, this is why it never pays off.
かろうじて難を逃れた王は全力で娘のメラニートを探し当てた。しかしその時には硫黄のガスで王女の顔はただれ、静止できないほどになっていた。
And then her father said, I can't love you anymore with a face like that. And left her there.
そのただれた顔の人物が娘
No,
の
we just found this ugly girl.
Yeah, you know, who
Must be someone
cares?
else. Moving on.
鉱山に放置されたメラニートはそこで公務
It really did, like, we're looking for someone. Oh, we found someone, but it's not her. Well, time to leave.
Video Game King says, and then Melanito became a nurse at the hospital.
エルミデ鉱山に住む日の当たらない生き物たちの守り神となった。
This is a stupid story.
人間がエルミデ鉱山の宝石を求めて洞窟内に入ったが、巨大な雲に遭遇し、ある者は逃げ帰ってその恐ろしさを伝え、人々はその雲こそがメラニートの化身と考え、エルミデ鉱山には二度と寄りつかな
So
かっ
you think we get to fight a big spider at some point in this?
そうか、悲劇の王。
Hey, how did they figure out that the deformed girl was Melanito then? Wouldn't this legend be like, oh, we never found Melanito, but someday we found a big spider?
Yeah, that'd be more of a... I mean, I guess it's like a folk tale. I guess it's a legend. It's not really like a historical account until it ends up being that, I guess.
そうね。
I'm already operating under the assumption that this is real.
それに
Yes.
地方の伝説という点も気になるわね。
他に何かあるかもしれない。よく探してみよ
Oh no. You have to keep going.
Step 1, organize.
That's actually his pro-union statement. He was trying to unionize the museum, you see?
Oh. Do you need the light gun to unionize?
う。扉だけやけに新しいな。
I mean, it can't hurt.
この奥はグレッグの資料室だと言ってたけど、入ってみましょう。
Oh, I was really hoping it would save here. I think we still have some work ahead of us.
なん
We save here, we get back to the next episode, and it's like huge puzzle that we needed to remember that note in the last room for from
Yeah, I
like
think
a
we just
week
need to
ago.
keep going. I think we just need to do the thing.
グレッグの
I mean, granted, I have saved this thing to my computer, so
それ
you're not at risk.
資料室というより娯楽室のよね。
この雰囲気じゃどうせここで賭博とかやってたんだろ
Various works of art. I mean, notably, they're all shields there, and they're all weapons here. So, you know. Okay.
う。 ここにでかい金庫があるぜ。
この部屋きっとグレッグのいないことをいいことに理事長が私的に使っているんだわ。
右に
He looks at the safe like,
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
And look, the combination just ended up working. So that whole thing, her whole comment, her whole thread about like, I bet it's not going to open the safe.
やだ、何これ。
精力剤、気配、
that's safe.
効果。
Never mind.
どうした？ホルマリン漬けじゃないか。
気持ち悪いわね。
We don't even know what it is.
Nothing I was going to say would be funnier than that.
Ah, well, okay. I guess that parses. I guess that is pretty gross after all.
じゃあこれが KOT の特効薬だったというムササビなのね。
He must have lost a life to get this.
他に銃らしいものはないかしら。
I mean, I guess it depends on your definition. I mean, you know, male enhancement, you know, it's vaguely shaped. It's cylindrical. It's...
Oh, wait a minute. So that note that was like organized like 1, 2, 3. That wasn't a step-by-step thing for us to do. That was a step-by-step thing for him to do. Like, this was his to-do list for the day. Like, first I need to organize, then I need to not move the boxes.
ハイヒールに紫のドレス？
Huh. Alright, where's this going?
オタクの理事長、いい趣味してるね。
やだ、理事長ったら学校に来る気がしなくなったわ。
あとは書類ばかり。別にそれらしいものは見当たらないぜ。
そう。
I'm assuming that's the end of that thread there. Alright.
Yep.
見ろよ。金庫の内扉。さっきの文字だ。
We've set a bomb inside the safe. You have 8 minutes.
調べてみるわ。
Oh, Lindbergh, okay. Location from the first game, you see.
リムブルクですって。
Alright. Wait, hold on. We can actually look inside the safe and see absolutely none of the contents described there in that cutscene. We can see a bunch of gold bars, though. Some stacks of cash. Definitely some stuff we could take with us. I mean, I don't know. Let's get on that computer. Let's get online. This 2015 era computer is what computers will look like in the future.
Browser. That was way more letters than Lindbergh.
I was gonna say.
Oh, 面白い。あんなところの本棚が動いて。
I knew it! I knew that bookshelf was gonna move.
Is the camera gonna move? Okay, there we go.
Fucking told ya. Alright, now I see to get in position.
ここにも金庫の扉があるわ。
なんだ、こっちは鍵がないと開かないようだな。
Wait, the squirrel's head!
もう一度。
It's a squirrel-shaped indentation in the safe.
Alright, let's go exploring again. Because clearly he would just leave the key behind here, right? He wouldn't have hid the key somewhere. We can just safely assume it'll be somewhere in this room. Jesus Christ, this camera. I gotta say, so far, you know, I'm enjoying what this game is laying down. I don't mind all the story stuff. I know it maybe isn't the best for streaming. I mean, I don't give a shit about that. I mean, you think I give a shit about the audience? I mean, please. But, you know, these controls during the survival horror stuff, this is the rough spot for me. These cameras and whatnot. Gail Pond asking,
the archive room.
What does KOT stand for? King of Tekken? No, Kiss of Tombs Syndrome. It's the disease that made all the monsters in the first game. It caused people to spontaneously transform, so it was integral to the plot of that first game. Maybe somewhere here? There is a knocked over chair there, for whatever that's worth.
It might be inside one of these bottles of liquor. We're gonna have to drink all of them to find out.
Available to watch is the Sega Saturn game's opening movie. We've gotta see it. I agree.
ダニー・グレッグの若い頃の映像だ。
Again? You know what? That was technically last video.
I don't watch movies. I know what the response here is. Oh, okay. Well, it just... You know, why not, right? It's like we come around full circle tonight. Yep, and it has the same subtitles as seen in the other copy. Except I don't have the stupid play controls in front of the subtitles that I couldn't get rid of, that I couldn't figure out how to hide in the capture I took of it. Okay, maybe we don't need to watch this entire movie again. It is like 3 minutes.
I just wanted to see some of that footage of like him running through the thing, if that was at the top of it.
Guess what? We can't escape it. We can't quit it.
Oh, cool. Here we go. Like, oh, I need to get some reference footage. I need to get some reference footage, but I gotta check out the hotel in 5 minutes. All right. All right, good. All right, art designer can get that. All right. Oh God, I gotta get out of here.
Okay, enough of that. I don't watch movies. That's fine. We watched that at the beginning of the stream, so you can go just rewatch the beginning of the stream as many times as you like, I guess.
Or if you're on YouTube, you can go to the previous video.
That's true. I guess we did break it up that way, huh? Where the fuck is this key gonna be? Does the guide say anything? Oh, this camera.
What guide? Oh, that guide. Let me see if I can find it.
Can't log back onto the computer.
Let's see. Not for this part. Let's see. Where are we right now? This is chapter...
The safe.
2? Okay. Click on the box on the right wall near the second door.
ほら、段ボールの底に何か入
Good
ってる
call.
鍵だ。これがあの怪しい
Convenient.
この鍵か。
きっとそうよ。
どうやらぴったりだ。じゃあ開けるぜ。
いいわよ。
Ooh, there we go. Overwrite that save file. I hope it just takes us immediately into a combat section.
これがクリムゾンか。
No such luck. That's alright though. I think we found our natural stopping point.
Yeah.
I'll do a quick save there as well. That's the
So
end
when
of
we
that
come back,
chapter.
we'll find... When we get back, next episode, we'll actually see the Crimson.
Yeah, presumably. I mean, that's assuming that's how they're gonna play it. I mean, I thought we had the Crimson already, but you know, who's to say?
One of those normal evolving guns.
Thank you, folks, for tuning in to watch us play Death Crimson 2 to begin this playthrough, and to also watch us play through the original Death Crimson. That's what we opened the show with. Interested I am in this. In this second game here, this tale of Crimsons and Co's. We will pick this up next week again. We will continue this on Tuesday of next week. This is sort of the schedule we're working towards now that we're trying to implement. Tuesday will be our pick, will be dealer's choice for games that we want to be long playing. This Thursday coming up, we are going to begin on Binary Domain, which was voted for by our subscribers and patrons and so on and so forth. People who support us. Consider joining the Discord. Consider supporting us. Consider getting involved and having a say in the games we play. Potentially. And this Saturday will be a theme night of some variety, I believe. Haven't decided on what yet, but at least we know that we're doing something Saturday, so look forward to that, I guess. It's always something. We're always streaming something, Charkie. Yeah, Death Crimson. It continues. The Emperor Kusogē is finally made its way to the Bad Game Hall of Fame stream, and I couldn't be more pleased. Thank you for coming along on this journey with me, Charkie.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you, folk at home. Let's toss a raid someone's Dot level appears to be playing some Toho Zelda thing. Like Link to the Past, but with like, I see Cyrano. That's the little 9 lady, right? The little fairy girl with the ice in the...
Asking the wrong person.
Fair enough. And we'll toss some viewers Dot Level's way. You know, tune again Thursday, Saturday, Tuesday. Those are our days. Consider join the Discord. We'll do a post-show hang today at some point, and that's all I got. Bye!
All right, everybody.